The following podcast is most likely unlistenable, unintelligible, inarticulate, and problematic, and will probably ruin your day. But if you have any pity in your big red heart, you'll listen to these four handsome boys. Please, bro, please, they need this so bad. Please just listen.
Well, we'll just talk and see what happens.
We here at Post
Kinda goes off the
Unavailable
rails.
love structure, dude. We love structure here.
We
We
hate
only
structure.
do
I
structure.
love
we
that
actually have a script. I don't know if Noah
Yeah,
sent it to you.
yeah. Did you get the script?
Yeah, you
I
memorize
kid
the
you
lines.
not. I shit you not. The first episode I was for my podcast, the very first episode, I was planning on writing the script.
Actually,
Two sentences in, I almost threw away my computer. I was like, I hate this. I hate this so much.
It's just, yeah, I mean, like, I'll try to come up with something that will kind of lead us. Like, I'll be like, all right, here's just like a talking point, but usually it never sticks. And like, sometimes we'll have episode, like, every like 10th episode, we'll do a fucking like game or whatever. But like, yeah, I don't know. It's just, it doesn't work.
Oh, I feel that. Don't even worry about it.
Welcome back to Post Unavailable. It's the podcast for, how should I even start? For podcast hosts by podcast hosts.
Yeah.
Of course, joined by AC Farrell,
Yo,
Post
what
Un-
up?
host of Post Unavailable, Matthew Kajin, host of
Ooh,
Post
what up?
Unavailable, March and Babel, host of Post
unavailable.
I'm of course Noah Friesen, and today we're joined by Nahom from the Most Wanted podcast.
Woo.
How are you doing?
Just chilling. Had a long day, but it'd be like that when it be like that, especially when it be like that.
Now you're relaxing. Now you're relaxing with the PU crew. You know,
Don't
Hey,
we're
we
actually
love to see
we're
it.
all in a hot tub together, 6 feet apart, because we're not gay. And
I was about to say. I was like, please tell me you get the reference right.
It's just a really long hot tub. It's more like a trough. Like it's not really a
yeah.
The full
Yeah.
trench kind of thing. I get that.
Yeah.
I get that.
yeah.
Don't bring
We're
Granddad in there. He's gonna have World War I flashbacks. Please don't.
From the hot tub
It's all
war.
muddy.
Yes.
Yeah, I have trench foot.
Fireworks go off. It's like get down.
Make sure you hang your socks over the side so you don't get trench foot. Yeah, you don't want to be stuck in a fucking tunnel. Yeah. Hey, welcome to the show. I thought that I would bring you in because we like bad shit on this podcast. We love some bad shit, and
Right.
recently,
Are you
there's been a
saying
lot-
his podcast is bad? Is that what you're
Where
doing?
are you
No,
going
no,
with
no.
this?
Where the hell were
During
you
Bla-
going
whoa,
with that?
wait.
I was thinking-
During
talk-
Black History Month too. That's
Whoa.
crazy.
Whoa.
That's
Come on, dude.
High school.
We're done.
Crazy.
We're done.
Bro, if anyone
Cancels.
said, yeah, I'm censoring that out. To make me maybe not look like that. But you talk about anime on your podcast.
Oh
You
yeah,
know,
big time.
Anime. You talk about movies sometimes. And recently, I've noticed that there's been a lot of really just very bad anime movies, anime adaptations. We've talked about
Notice that.
We've talked about a couple of them on the show, or like we'll bring them up every once in a while. But I'm like, man, like it's starting to trend. Like Hollywood's really going at it. They're really trying to make live action anime happen. And so I thought, why not we'll go through a couple and just talk about if they should stop, if some that I think are good, some that we've seen that are terrible, and some that I don't know. What are just our thoughts generally? What's your experience with like live action anime, or your thoughts just in general?
I think they should not exist.
Yeah,
Point blank. Period. They are an abomination to my eyesight. Like
Hey, it's a different medium for a reason, okay?
Exactly.
It doesn't work.
Like manga and anime, they work hand in hand because
Exactly.
the anime is literally just adapting the manga panels almost like page by page and then just adding animation
stuff
to it.
in between. Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. But movies, it's fully structured and they'll change everything. Like, for example, the Death Note movie. Oh, sweet Jesus.
I'm so glad you
Oh.
brought that up.
Hey,
Oh, fuck.
hey, man!
you
I watched that movie
forgot about
before I
that.
actually watched Death Note, so to me, it wasn't actually that bad. It wasn't a good movie, but I didn't,
See,
See,
it didn't end
I-
my world.
I get excited for this shit, and then I'm always disappointed. And I don't know why I keep getting excited. Cause I'm like, oh, like, because my mind is always like, oh, well, now more people will see this thing that I like.
Yeah.
So, but then it always backfires. It's always absolutely terrible because they always try to, I don't know, they always try to fuck with the structure of it and change the story so that, like, I guess they think the audience is super dumb.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. The problem is that I don't know how you guys feel about the new Cowboy Bebop.
Yeah,
But,
I was
fucking
just
sucks.
about to bring it
It's
up.
horrible.
I
Yeah,
was
'cause-
just about to bring it up. Keep in mind,
See, the reason the only thing I know about it is I haven't actually watched any of it, but I do know that my dad really liked it, and he would never fucking watch anime.
That's crazy.
So I did think it was hilarious that my
Ugh.
dad
That's
was
awesome.
watching it and loved it. He fucking loved this live action Cowboy Bebop. I was so surprised, but I do wonder if that's what the medium's for. Is it for fucking like 50-year-old men? Yeah,
I guess
think
so.
so.
Me
is
and
that what
Tolu
those
were
looks like
watching
it.
it.
movies are for?
Me and
Well,
Tolu
yeah.
were watching it, and like 2/3 of the way through the first episode, I look over at him to get his reaction. He's asleep. It's fucking asleep, dude.
That
Like,
lines
come
up.
on.
Reviews that every review that was like watching and heard of the fucking show, every review I saw was like I couldn't get through it. Like I just didn't finish it. And I don't know. I think from what I saw, they tried a lot of these fucking adaptations. They try to emulate like anime style, which just does not.
at that point, you
work.
might as well just leave it at anime.
Yeah, right.
Exactly.
If you're not gonna make it like the story, right? If you're not gonna just take the story and try to adapt it in some way, and you're gonna just try to emulate like the humor and the the way that it's the panel and action is framed, like it just doesn't work and it just comes off as so goofy.
Yeah.
But like
See-
I don't know. When they were showing trailers for him, like this might be something, and they're showing like the pictures, like this might be a thing.
It looked kind of hype.
And then it was just it's just
See, that's why I'm very, very scared for the One Piece adaptation because
Oh,
I am like a huge One
Yeah.
Piece fan,
Yeah,
right?
So
too.
that is that's
Wow.
like one of the big reasons why I wanted to get you on for this, because yeah, I saw the One Piece cast too, and I honestly think they look good.
Sorry,
Like
guys.
I actually
That's not
like
going to
the
be
cast
good.
looks solid.
Sorry,
Yeah.
guys. It's not going to be good.
I
I
like
know.
oh man,
That's
could
the
you
thing,
imagine if it's
know.
good though? Like
I
come
know
on,
it's
bro.
not,
I-
but that's the problem. I love the casting. I actually think it's good. So now I have hope. That's probably false.
And like not only that, but Oda himself, for those who don't know, like I'm
Yeah.
audience wise,
Mhm.
Oda is the actual like creator of One Piece, like the
Yeah.
manga itself. He apparently has executive producer role in the film.
Does he?
Yeah.
That's what I
uh,
heard. He's
He's
definitely
super
like really
excited.
involved.
Yeah, he made like custom like logos for it and like sent them merchandise and stuff, and I think he was like heavily involved in the casting too. Like
Yeah, I don't know. I
Hey,
don't know if I don't know if you saw, but he said, I think he mentioned for the casting that it was something about like he was really excited for these actors because of their very big mouths, which I thought
Yeah,
was
he
really
said-
hilarious.
Big mouth. What do
Yeah.
you mean by that?
He said, like,
don't
I'm
have no
glad
idea
that
what
the
he meant by
cast-
that,
yeah, he's
but-
like, I'm glad the cast is announced now so that it doesn't leak their like hand sizes and how big their mouths are. Or
Hey,
he said
yo.
He said something really
Oda's
out
a
of
freak,
pocket.
man.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, Oda's a freak. If you
and I
read his
just really-
SPSs,
yeah.
oh my lord, this guy is a freak. He is kinky.
I was reading like something where he was saying the other day where he's talking about like how he draws females, and he's like, I just draw like 3 circles and an X, and that's like their figure and their boobs. And it's like, and the most important part of this is just to double down and never back out of this, because people are gonna give you shit. So that's the trick. Just double down and never give up on how you drawing females.
know
the
what?
Exact same way.
I have to respect that. I mean, he's like, hey, you either go broke or go home. And guy like Oda, he's balling right now, so I gotta give him props.
Exactly. Have you seen any like of the Japanese anime adaptations? Because they'll do a lot over there, but I feel like
I've seen a little bit of the JoJo's one for part 4, and that one actually looked pretty solid. Like it looked decent. So I'm like, how can the Japanese get this right? Well, I mean, actually, that's a dumb statement because home country.
I mean,
but like,
they
Hollywood
made
is so
it.
weird, man. Hollywood is so weird.
Yeah, I don't know. Like the other thing about like I've seen some of the JoJo. We've seen the Attack on Titan movies.
I forgot about those.
That they
Oh,
did.
Hey,
those
man,
were
yeah.
crazy.
those go hard, okay?
Oh,
Those
I don't
go
know.
hard.
Nuts.
I mean, I think the Titans look okay, but man, they made some weird fucking decisions. Like
true.
they changed the story completely. They
I don't know what they were doing, but the transformations look cool.
Yeah, the transformation looks sick. Speaking of Attack on Titan, y'all see that latest episode?
I did. I'm the only one here that watches it.
No,
I haven't been
Yo,
keeping up with
yo.
it.
Listen, are you
that
caught
was,
up on the manga? Please tell me.
I am.
Oh,
Hey,
oh,
hey, man.
Basie's caught up on
it's,
the manga.
Yeah, I've been. Yeah, that's all I do. Honestly, it's just
Just
All right.
read the manga.
I'm caught up too.
wait, so you did like the ending? Just
I actually really like the ending. I
you
can't
did?
lie.
That's
Like, especially with the extra
respect-
pages that Isayama added afterwards, made it like chef's kiss.
my problem isn't even with the extra pages. That's all fine and dandy. My problem is with the actual ending. But hey, respect.
I feel
all
like
you
the
want, dude.
extra pages are the true ending rather than like the original one that we got. Because the original
Fair.
one, I probably rate it like a 7, maybe like
That's
a
fair.
7.5. But like the extra pages, I feel like that changes everything for the better, in my
That's fair.
opinion.
Okay, so the extra pages actually do change the ending.
I think so,
They
yeah.
change the context
I
of
see.
because it's like a look forward.
How does it even
Interesting.
come
in
out?
the
Does it come out?
future.
Does it come out like as like online as chapters, or is it just like how do the extra pages even?
I forget how
so
they came out
did,
actually.
Initially, the scans came out online, and then like the final volume, I think, had the extra pages.
Okay. I
Oh
see.
yeah.
I think.
When
I
it
think
when
that's
it
how
yeah
it
when it actually came out
right.
physically, yeah.
So that's another one that they're doing though too. They are
They
doing
cannot
an
do Attack on Titan live
They're
action.
doing
They can't do that.
That
American
one's gonna be
Hollywood
impossible.
Attack on Titan movie.
Oh
You can't do
God.
that.
Okay.
Oh, wait,
I
are
think
they
that's
actually?
something that needs to have the anime medium, dude.
It's,
No, Attack on Titan. That's gonna be way too expensive. First of
Yeah,
all,
right, dude.
like that's gonna be crazy.
That's
And
like Marvel movie.
I mean, if they need someone to stand in as a Titan and like be naked and knock buildings over and like kick shit around, I'll do it. I'll fly to LA.
Yeah, I'll do
I'll
it.
do that.
I
You can
guess.
film it here for cheap too, and just get all the Titans done.
I can
here.
play. I can play Oni Capone easy, bro. I'm
Oh,
good.
yeah.
I'm good.
He's the best, man.
It's
Why
being
are you
directed.
Why are you
What?
black?
Huh? Oh
That's a
wait.
part.
I thought you asked me.
No. I was talking about the one scene. Sorry.
I remember the line the moment you said it, but for some reason my instinct kicked in. It's like, what do you mean by that?
I've been asked that way too many times.
That's funny.
It just has a trigger response.
Just automatic.
It's,
Like, yo, what?
I mean, I have an answer, but
I don't think I want to hear that answer, but you know, we'll move. We'll move.
no, I don't have an answer. Are you kidding me?
Okay, I was like, hey.
Yeah, no, I like to tell people why they're the race they are. That's what I bring them on.
Okay, now I'm curious. Now I gotta hear this. Nah, you can't just bring that up and not expect me to ask.
Can you imagine? It's being directed by the guy who directed It, though, like the It movies. I don't know how that's like transferable. Maybe he's just like a big
so it's like
fan.
a Western adaptation?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh.
Here's a big one. Dragon Ball Evolution.
Oh my. Okay. Let me explain. Okay, I actually have a very intimate history with this one.
Hell yeah, let's go.
So when I was a kid, all right, I didn't know too much about anime. I knew a lot about Naruto because we watched that a bunch growing up, and like maybe a tiny bit of Bleach. But my very first, like, I knew about Dragon Ball because, like, you know, Super Saiyan, that thing is iconic. Can never miss it. But my very, very first introduction to Dragon Ball, and I don't think I've said this to anyone, out of shame, but my very first introduction was Dragon Ball Evolution.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie,
Okay.
like that's kind
Honestly,
of close to
yeah.
mine too. Like I didn't really watch anime a lot as a kid, like, and I knew about Dragon Ball and I knew about like different anime just from watching TV and, you know, being on the internet.
Mhm.
But when I remember seeing a trailer for it in theaters, being like, okay, like maybe maybe I'll watch that because I'm sure it'll be about Dragon Ball in some movie form.
I still have the DVD in my house, like right now.
That's awesome.
And then I remember, like, there was a time where after I watched the Dragon Ball movie, I just, you know, I got out of anime for a while. And then around grade
I wonder why.
7, Might be a correlation. I don't even remember. There probably might be a correlation, but like I don't even remember why I got out of it. But I just didn't think about anime. I remember Naruto, but even then I wasn't really following it as much. And then around junior high, I got back into it, and then I finally got into Dragon Ball proper. And then I'm looking at this, and then I look at the Evolution movie. I'm like, 1 + 1 is not equaling 2 here. That movie was dog water.
Yeah.
What did I witness?
I did not see it until I think I had it recorded on my DVR it was like on YTV or something. And I'm like, I gotta watch this at some point. And then I never did, just completely never watched it. And then later in life, like in 8th grade, started getting into anime, watched started with Dragon Ball, watched like most of Z, and like, all right, I should watch this now. It's just like, and I knew going in it was gonna be bad, but it's just like you are not prepared for like just Justin Chatwick as Goku jumping around. No characters from the fucking show are in it, like Bulma, and like that's it. Like,
well, you can't forget about Best Boy Yamcha.
And like Yamcha's in it, I guess. Dude. I don't even remember that because it was barely the character.
They didn't even have Krillin. I was like, yo, where's Krillin?
Oh, that's true. Why don't they have Krillin? He's honestly the best.
Bro, I was watching. Do you guys know about a YouTuber named Cosmonaut Variety Hour?
Yes,
yeah.
I was literally watching his Cosmonaut picture show about Dragon Ball Evolution just like the night before this.
Oh, hell
that's
yeah.
awesome.
And I'm watching, and I'm like, the amount of filler characters and nonsense that they put in compared to the actual show. I'm like, dog, how bad can Hollywood get when it comes to adapting like animes and stuff? It is nasty.
It's just the relationship between like
come on,
just send a picture of
like what is that?
Piccolo.
Wait, what? No, shut up. That's Piccolo.
Yeah, that's Piccolo.
That's Piccolo.
I remember
I should have known.
I remember reading like production notes about this, and they're talking about how like the actor who plays Piccolo was excited to do this. He's like, "Yeah, I love Dragon Ball. Like, it's a pretty cool show." And then like just showed up to production, and they're putting him.
If I was in that movie, I'd be hype as fuck because I'd be like, "Yeah, dude, I'm in Dragon Ball." But
bro,
I wouldn't think about it until after. I'm like, "Oh shit."
That's like the equivalent of Andrew Garfield being in the Amazing Spider-Man movies. Like
exactly.
The guy who loves the series and that just gets put in like shit situations. You're
exactly.
like,
well, like, and you don't even notice that until after, right? Like you would be so hyped to be Goku, and like you're in the green screen.
Exactly.
Room,
I would say yes immediately, dude.
Hands down.
Wired in the air, like obviously, like you know what you're doing. You're like, oh yeah, I'm pretending to shoot a Kamehameha. Like I don't know what it's probably gonna look awesome in post. And you see the movie, and it's like, oh, okay.
This looks like straight dookie. Like a child could have made this.
Do you think though that this warrants like a retry? Like they could try to do Dragon Ball. You think it's just done?
No way. Dragon Ball?
I guarantee you they are gonna try. They're gonna run out of once like I think it's gonna be the one of these just has to be successful, and it's gonna be the new superhero comic book movie. I think like they're gonna use the excuse of one of these movies like making more than, I don't know, like $50 million, and be like, all right, every year there's gonna be a Dragon Ball movie or something.
I mean, at this point there practically is in terms of like animation wise. Yeah. But like I don't even know. I just don't see it. Money wise, first and foremost, it's just next to impossible. And then B, there's already such a big fan base for, the manga and the anime itself. But everyone already knows about the garbage representation in terms of live action. So no one is going to trust like the new one if it were to come out. I don't even know. It's really, I'd be really cautious about a new one.
No, I mean that's how like I approach all of these. I'm just like, I don't know, I get so optimistic. I'm like, man, bro, like I hope it's looking good. Like, can you imagine if someone was like because like even the Cowboy Bebop thing, like Matt's dad watching it, like could you imagine that, like on a larger scale?
That made me hype for it.
That's literally my mindset.
It was so bad.
That's my mindset for the One Piece live action right now. I want it to be good so badly. Yeah, but I'm just like, I know in the back of my head, my conscience is telling me like, it's gonna be trash, right? I'm like, I know, but let me have faith.
You're allowed to have faith. Yeah, it's like when it's like buying a lottery ticket, and it's like, I know I'm gonna lose.
Yeah,
but I just need to have faith. And
Every once in a while, I'll
we're
go and
gonna
be
be
like,
happy
let me
about
just check the writers and like see if maybe like the writers are good and like I don't know. I think one of the runners for the One Piece show is he show ran Black Sails, which was like a pirate show,
It's a good
which
show, though.
kind of seems like
I
stunt
like Black
casting.
Sails.
They're just like, yeah, get the pirate guy in there, but
Pirate guy. Yeah,
hopefully he can,
He has experience, okay?
transfer some of his pirate
you're
knowledge
really
into the
funny.
fucking
My
pirate
thing is
show.
with
I hope
One Piece
so.
though, One Piece has like the most wild character design, and B, it's probably gonna
Yeah.
be CGI like 50% of the time because they're
Yeah,
doing
I
some
didn't think about
insane
that.
stuff on the regular. So I'm
Yeah.
like, how is this gonna work in live action? Like, it's just
I
gonna be
think they
full of
just have to
CGI.
ground it a lot. I think they just have to like ground a lot of characters. Like I don't think you can have like
Interesting.
Sanji like doing like stretchy like kicking people through walls and stuff. I think they'd have to just like ground it a little bit. But then
That'd be awesome though.
you have to
having
ground
my
it and
goat
like take it
Sanji not
seriously.
kicking people through walls? Oh, that's disgusting.
I don't know. I don't know
Awful.
how they're gonna do it. I hope it's something. I hope
I
it's not
hope-
just
I
like
hope
the
it's
Cowboy
fun.
Bebop
I hope
show.
it's fun.
Yeah, and at least make it fun and make it like I don't know, put some heart into it. At least they got the guy who made it.
Yeah, at least they got Oda. That's
see,
that's giving
because
me hope.
the director of the One Piece series, right, or the One Piece, what's it called, the live action, he actually had to go to Oda get approval for it, obviously.
Oh, interesting.
And
Okay.
Oda was actually really cautious about it because he's like, hey, listen, this is my baby that you're you're going to be doing. So I need to see everything in detail what you're planning. And apparently he
Interesting.
loved it. So
Really? Okay. I'm really
So-
excited then. Yeah.
I'm very cautiously optimistic right now.
Yeah.
Very cautious, but I'm kind of optimistic.
That does. That's a beacon
just-
of hope right there.
I think also like the word Netflix adaptation has a bad rap.
Oh,
Or I mean,
that's
for a good
true.
reason. Because every time you hear that, you're like, oh, like let's go. Like let's see the worst shit. I hope
Netflix
I'll see
ruined the
that.
hype about JoJo's, man. I'm pissed because Netflix picked up the rights, right, for JoJo's for Part 6 to drop
Yeah.
on Netflix. But the
Yeah.
way that it normally dropped beforehand was like it would drop every week, like once a week.
Mm-hmm.
Now, but on Netflix, you know how they do when
dropped
it
it
comes
all
to
at
their
once.
shows. All at
Well,
once.
it's like in chunks, right?
I
It's
didn't
like a
think about
couple
that.
episodes at a time. I think they're doing.
I think they're supposed to do like
okay.
a bunch of episodes at once per month. Like I think
Yeah.
the first episode, I think it was supposed to be like 12 per month. But
Maybe, yeah.
my thing is, it's already been like 2 months since it came out, and we haven't gotten anything. So I'm like, what is going on here?
No, I watched maybe like 4 episodes of it, and usually like with JoJo, I'm like per week watching the episodes, but they were just all on there. I'm like, I don't have time, and I'm doing like other shit. Like I'm not watching 4 episodes. I just like forgot about it. So there's something about it coming out week to week that just builds up excitement better and like makes you pay attention
Exactly.
to it.
Are you kidding me?
found-
Like I look forward to Sundays. Why? Demon Slayer Attack on Titan comes out. That
Oh, yeah,
makes my
dude.
day.
That makes
Instantly.
all the suffering worth it.
I think like
See-
like that works just for anything. I think that's why like I don't know, so many Netflix shows like just the hype just gets killed and they just get you get so bored of it and the pacing just drags. Like
I mean,
I'm-
I feel like there would be some exceptions to that though. Like in terms of like seasonal drops, like the Marvel TV shows, those I'll say are an exception. Those I feel would be an exception.
See, I feel for the Marvel TV shows, I felt like when Daredevil came on, I was so excited. Like I think I was it was high school when that came out, and I was so fucking hyped. But then it was like 13 episodes of Jessica Jones, and then like 13 episodes of like Luke Cage and Iron Fist, and it's just like it's way too many episodes to drop all at once, and you don't really know how to pace yourself watching it.
Oh
And
I see what you mean.
And for me, that's just what killed it. And because I was excited for them to like, oh, they're gonna combine and do the Defenders, and it's gonna be like a team up show. And it was just like, it was paced so slowly and just took
Hold on,
forever.
can we talk about Daredevil? Because I just caught up to it.
Daredevil.
I caught up to it before.
Daredevil's the best fucking superhero shit.
I caught up to Daredevil before Spider-Man and Hawkeye finished. Because I was like,
Yeah,
I know
feel
shit's
I watched
brewing.
it when it came out. Okay, I'm a real fan.
Well, I watched yeah, but you didn't watch Jessica Jones season 2, so you didn't get burnt out like I did.
Yuck. Hey,
I
I've been saying for years, season 3 of Daredevil is peak. Okay.
Okay. Let me explain.
Absolutely.
Right now. Okay, so me and Daredevil. I don't know. I always thought Daredevil was okay. Like I heard that he had really good stories, but I saw the
Right.
2003 movie with Ben Affleck, and I was like,
Yeah.
anyone who
best
watches that movie,
superhero
your opinion is
movie.
going to be thrown off.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
so
for sure.
when the show was coming out, I heard about it and I heard all the great things, but I'm like, at that time, I wasn't into like watching shows just in general. Like I just was out of it. But I put it on my watch list, and you know how when you have anything on your watch list, you just never get to it. Like that thing becomes dusty.
Yeah.
I recently finally got back to watching shows and stuff that I've missed. First thing on the list was Daredevil. Oh my goodness. I don't know why I waited. That show is peak fiction.
Absolutely.
Oh my
dude.
goodness.
So good.
Good, bro.
I think
I love it.
in terms of seasons, though, season 1 is probably my favorite season. But season 3 is a really close second.
Yeah.
It is so close.
Actually, I want to say season 2 would be my favorite, but not the stinky part, but the good parts of season 2. You know what I mean? Because
stinky
season
part?
2 kind of,
Well,
because season
the-
2,
Season
the-
2
the whole
shot on
that-
itself.
going to an airport.
yeah,
for
season
an
2,
episode.
the fucking whatever. What were the ninjas?
The
The hand.
hands.
The
Yeah,
hand.
that's
That
they sucked.
exactly what I was gonna say. If they had the Punisher storyline for the entire season,
Exactly. That was amazing.
the first
That was
half of season 2 was right up there with season 1, in my
Absolutely.
opinion. That was
I'm
peak story.
not looking
Absolutely.
forward to them just absolutely
Yeah.
pacifying
And
all
like
those characters.
when
and,
it
like,
comes to the actual Marvel universe, it's not going to be as good as that. It's not going to reach those heights.
I just,
See,
man,
here's
as
my
the
thing.
show.
I don't know, but it really depends on how Moon Knight pans out.
That's
Because
true.
If
It does
Moon
depend
Knight
on it.
pans out, and Moon Knight is known as a very I'm just starting to get into Moon Knight now because I've seen all the meme panels about Moon Knight, and I was like, okay, I'm
Yeah.
interested. So I started reading about his character, and I'm like, okay, this guy's actually a lot more interesting than I thought. But he's much more of a darker character. So
No,
if they
yeah.
can nail that tone in the MCU with Moon Knight, then I have hope for Daredevil.
That's
in my
Moon Knight,
opinion.
the Moon Knight looks like the best looking show out of all those Disney Plus shows, just judging by the trailer. Like even just like the way it's shot and just the actual filming of it looks more cinematic and just like more professional, I guess, than some of the other shows. And I don't know, I'm excited. I love Moon Knight. I remember being like a little kid looking at like comics at Chapters and just pulling out Moon Knight comics where he's like ripping people's faces off and shit.
Like, wow, I want to be like
Yeah.
Moon Knight when I grow up.
Oh.
Yeah, dude, that's
Yeah.
awesome.
It
It's
does
like-
look good. I haven't liked any of the Marvel like the Disney Plus shows that I've actually seen. Like I gave up after fucking Falcon and the Winter Soldier because I was like, nah, this ain't.
I
This ain't
enjoyed
that
the
good
Falcon
for me.
and the Winter Soldier. I can't lie, I enjoyed it. I think my least favorite would probably be like What If, I think, but even then,
Oh,
that's just
yeah.
What
Yeah.
If. Those
What
are
If.
anthology series. That
Yeah.
doesn't count.
Yeah.
I was so hyped for What If, but then it was just kind of.
And it was kind of doo doo. Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
What
I
If
thought it
was-
was gonna do. I really liked the Marvel Zombies episode though. That was insane. That was really cool. But
That was
What If
pretty
for
fun.
me?
Cool.
What If for me was like I love the concept of What If and like create like just do anything, but it just I don't know, like it just didn't have the same like polish I found as some of this other
Yeah.
Marvel stuff. It just
Yeah.
seemed like it seemed like those like Lego animations they'll do of like Star Wars or Spider-Man, and they're just like
yeah,
for toddlers, but like it feels tricked billions of people into watching
Uh-huh.
like, YouTube animations or like YouTube shorts. But I mean,
I can see that.
but that stuff's definitely gonna get folded into the live action movies. It looks like. Put
It
in
already
the-
is.
Now-
Spoiler.
Putting the Doctor Strange in there. The
Yeah,
evil,
it's-
Mr. Evil.
Oh, it
Strange.
absolutely will be.
Evil Strange. Oh
Oh, yeah,
yeah.
I forgot they showed that in the trailer. Yeah, that's true.
Oh really? Oh
All
good.
right, let me hit you with another shitty fucking anime movie. Have you
Oh,
seen?
yeah.
Full Metal Alchemist.
Well, okay,
There's
yeah.
a live
I was
action
gonna
for
say,
Full
let's do
Metal
the Full
Alchemist?
movie.
There is. It's a.
There is a
live
Or
action
like
movie.
only. I forget how
The
much it covers. Not
Japanese-
very far. I
don't
think it goes
we
up to
finished
Hugh's
it.
death.
That
Maybe.
No, I think
barely
we
covers
did.
anything. What the hell?
Yeah.
It might not even go to that point. Honestly.
Oh
I
my
think
God.
I tapped out. I think because
No,
I remember we
well,
watched
I
it
finished
together.
it. We were watching it in your basement. I
Yeah.
remember finishing it. It was a
Mhm.
mess, dude. It looked
It's just,
ugly as
man,
hell.
I can't
don't know.
lie. A series like Full Metal Alchemist actually lends itself to better being in live action because there's
You
not
could,
as much
yeah.
like insane action set pieces. You're only going to be doing like minimal CGI for like the alchemy and stuff. It's mostly
Exactly.
dialogue. If you
It could
think
be.
about it.
It could be
Yeah,
like
that's
it could
true.
be just like a Marvel movie budget. You could make Full Metal Alchemist.
That's
Yeah,
the way
you
I
really
feel.
could.
And
That'd
it
be
could be
awesome.
good.
Well, that's the way I feel about
I don't
like.
think I'd prefer it, but hey.
But like
maybe.
shows like Attack on Titan, like that's the way I feel about those, where it's like it's more of a real setting. Because Full Metal Alchemist is very like World War II inspired Germany kind of
Yeah.
setting with white people in it. So I'm sure Hollywood will be like all over that. Be like, yes,
It's like, white blonde people. Oh, say no
Literally.
more.
hell yeah, bro.
Let's get all the Chris's in there. Hemsworth.
Yeah,
Pratt.
Chris
Yeah.
Pratt
Evans.
is Alphonse.
Oh, that is
Yeah,
nasty.
hell yeah.
Oh,
Holy shit.
God's favorite actor, yeah. But the Japanese one, I don't know, what all power to them making, their content into movies, but it always just seems like, I don't know how mean this is going to sound, but it always just seems like cosplay when I'm
It
watching
does.
their movies.
oh no, absolutely.
Just
I
like
see.
you can tell everyone's like wearing a wig and like they're replicating the costumes really well, but it's like that doesn't really work when you're seeing it on camera, like
Yeah.
in action.
It takes a lot more
So
work to make that
yeah.
it takes a lot more movie magic to make a person look like a real character.
Although, hey, look at that
Oh,
Alphonse.
God,
Look at
yeah.
that
Oh, my.
Alphonse, though. Hey,
Okay, the Alphonse actually looks solid.
good.
he looks.
Alphonse
I
is
mean,
the only thing
it's
I'll
just a
say looks
suit of
solid.
armor, so it's
I
not
mean,
that hard.
yeah.
Also,
I mean,
look at that's Maze Hughes. That's the spitting image of
this
Maze
picture
Hughes.
right
I'll
here.
agree.
I actually think
Yeah,
Hughes looked
I can see
awesome.
that.
Yeah, this
No,
is my
Hughes
new
actually looks solid.
Yeah,
my new cover.
Everyone
photo
else is
on
kind
Facebook.
of.
literally
Wait,
somehow.
wait. Is that
Hughes looks
Vera
perfect.
Bradley in the corner? There's no way that's
Oh,
Vera
shit.
Bradley.
What the old guy?
Yeah, that
Yeah.
must be.
Yeah, I think it might be.
That
Where's
must
Oh
be,
my-
yeah.
No,
Jeez,
I think it's
there's no way.
I think it's Gluttony. Are you talking about the bald guy? Oh no, the old guy.
the
Yeah,
old
I have
No,
no
the
idea.
old
I have
guy.
no
the
idea.
old guy.
I have no idea. Who the fuck that is.
That's. I'm assuming. I
Oh,
feel
the
like
bald
that's
guy.
gotta
That's
be.
what.
They're not making any more of these. They're done.
No, this
The one, the movies and the Japanese like anime movies that I hear do actually like perform well and are received well are the Kenshin movies, which I've never seen, like Ryonen Kenshin or whatever it's called.
Fun fact.
yeah.
The live action actor for Zoro is actually in the Rurouni Kenshin live action, and apparently he was really
awesome.
good at it
Really?
too.
Right.
Yeah, well, everything I've seen from them, like the way that they choreograph the fight scenes and just like the stunt coordination and that looks awesome. Like I've never seen them, and I don't really know anything about Kenshin, but it seems like a property that's very grounded, where they don't have to like, convince the audience of that many things. Like it's basically just sword fighting. So I think that definitely helps it,
Yeah, that's
be
true.
received well.
Mm-hmm. I
Doesn't
think
require
that would
too
be
much.
pretty easy.
Because over here in the States, we got movies like Ghost in the Shell.
You think that you like, and I agree because you're like, oh, it's just sword fighting, it's gonna be easy. But then you're like, oh, I can't wait for them to adapt this iconic like 2-page panel, and then you see it on the screen, and you're like, what the fuck was that?
But you can't
Oh,
do that
yeah.
though when you're making a movie.
that's what
I
I'm
know,
saying.
and that's why that's the problem,
Because
right?
that's what
But,
you're
like,
looking forward to.
you have to pick the moments where you're like, you have to, I don't know, you have to really have your own vision going to these. And a lot of the times, these fucking directors who decide to do these are
It's even
flops.
the same for anime to an extent. Like in Vinland Saga, there's that one panel with like, I don't know if
Oh, I
you
love
guys.
Vinland Saga so
I haven't-
much.
so good.
Oh,
I haven't actually. So
Oh my
No
it's in my
spoilers,
top 5 manga all
but-
time. It's in my
but
top
there's
5.
like,
It's so
look
good.
look at this. Look how much better the panel looks than the adaptation.
Oh
right?
man.
And then it gets even worse when you consider a movie, right? So
Yeah.
I see.
True.
and
You
this is
lose
a
lot
good
of the
adaptation.
translation.
Well,
Well,
I really like the Vinland Saga adaptation because like I
No,
was first
absolutely.
introduced to it in the anime, and then I was like, okay, let me reread
It's
from the
absolutely
beginning.
10 out of 10.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
just
it is
saying.
perfect. I just think like some things they're just not going to be able to nail because
Yeah,
there's no way you can like that pure black and white, just that authentic kind of feeling from like manga to anime, unless you're like some insane animation studio like you're Ufotable for Demon Slayer. But most of the time, you're not going to get that.
Yeah.
I think just like they have to forget this sort of mindset where they're trying to like adapt things directly. Because like the difference between like manga and movies and like comic movies is that they're never adapting panels from a comic book when they're making like a comic book movie. They're just sort of taking the general concepts and ideas and like making a story that the writer and the director wants to make. And I feel like they're gonna, if they want one of these movies, like I think Dragon Ball has enough stuff where you don't have to directly adapt what's ever happening, and you could have like, you know, a writer or director make a different story, but it still gets like all the basic origin and concept and all that. Again, I don't know if that would fucking work out at all.
That works for comics because there's so much shit and it just gets rebooted all the time. But with like a manga is like one story, so I don't think it would work as well.
I was really hoping the conversation would come this way to where we're talking about the difference between comic books and manga and anime. Oh my goodness. See, you can tell. Keep in mind, I'm a huge comic book fan too. Before we even start off, but like you can tell recently that comic books have fallen off, and now the hype belongs to anime and manga. And like,
just like there needs to be, I think the solution is there needs to be more fucking animated adaptations of comic books. And I think like the problem is that no one wants to adapt like long running shit into a show. They're just trying to make movies that like just blend and dumb down the essence of
I mean, I see that's the thing. I do get the whole like comic books are definitely better for movies. But I don't know. I could never read a comic book.
But I think you look at something like Invincible. Like Invincible is probably the best adaptation of that comic that you can do.
I see.
Please tell me you are not going to spoil Invincible because I'm a what's it called? The TV show only. I haven't read the
Amazon only.
Yet. Yeah, pretty much. I'm an Amazon only. I've been saving this show for Amazon on purpose because I was in shock with that finale. So I'm like, I just want to keep being surprised every time.
I think that's the right thing. I'm doing the same thing. I just hear that like the show is just like there's no point to reading the comic because the show is just a better adaptation.
No. You gotta read I read the whole.
I'm not reading the comics.
The comics.
I'm waiting for the show. I'm waiting for the show.
I'm waiting for it. Amazing. It is amazing, and I'm so excited for them to get to some of the.
I think the comics are done.
I think
the comics are completed.
Is it a recent comic? I can't remember if
it ended. It started in like 2004 and then ended in 2018.
Oh, really?
Wow. Oh, wow.
Yeah,
well, that is long running. Oh, they have plenty of material then. Jeez.
And so it was a singular story throughout.
Yeah, it's 100. I think it's like 150 issues, and it like it's like start to finish, like it complete. There's no like loose ends or anything like.
Oh, okay.
And that's what would line itself up for an easy adaptation because it's just one singular story. Comic books, what I've noticed at least is like it's always being adapted. There's always new storylines coming out. So there's never one cohesive story. Like there are arcs, of course, but like there's no cohesive story because there's different writers, different executives coming in.
You're super right, and I just wish they would take like. I wish they would just do it more though, where they take like an arc or like someone's run of fucking like Daredevil, for instance, or like take someone's run of Batman and like turn that into a show. Because like there's runs of comic stories that are the reason like we're making adaptations of stuff from that is because they are good. So it's like why not just like adapt that, make a show out of it. Same way
I feel like they are in a sense because, like, say for example, Daredevil. I don't know too many of the Daredevil storylines, but you can tell like some of the things that are covered in the show are covered or like from straight out of the comics. Like some arts, like, perfect.
And like that's what they do with the movies too, right? Like any like superhero movie, like we'll take like the the best moments and like maybe pretty much adapt like this run because it's like maybe it's widely considered the best run of the character, and we'll just adapt that. I don't know. I think things are going to change. I think we're going to see like way more accurate adaptations or maybe just like more dedicated, comics that have like full runs and end. Yeah, but I want to talk about
I hope so.
I want to talk about Ghost in the Shell. The movie Ghost in the Shell. Have you seen the movie Ghost in the Shell?
I have not. I haven't.
I also have not.
But I also haven't seen the anime for it either, so I can't really put too much input into this.
I think I have seen the anime for Ghost in the Shell. It's like it's all right. It's just it's very like of its time, and I bet like when it came out, people were hyped.
It's an anime movie though, right?
It's a movie, yeah.
Yeah.
It's very like cyberpunk, and you can tell like it influenced a lot of things, like The Matrix and like fucking any other
Wasn't this the movie that had Scarlett Johansson as the main character?
Yes. Yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about.
That's why it's such a good movie.
Before this was huge. I remember because the character's name is like Makoto something, right? So, like Scarlett Joy. American California gal Scarlett Johansson as
Jesus
this like
Christ.
very clearly like a Japanese character, and I think they tried to adapt it a little bit because in the movie I think they're like, you're a robot with an Asian woman's consciousness in you.
Oh my
What?
god!
Yeah.
What the fuck?
And so like at the end of the movie, she goes and finds the parents of like the Asian woman who I guess was like a cop and got killed or something and was put in the Scarlett Johansson sex bot, and like goes find the parent, like reunites with them. It's just so weird. It's like, why not just cast an Asian
You
woman?
might, yeah, that's such a.
literally.
Oh my goodness,
What
this
the
whitewashing is actually ridiculous. I wouldn't even be surprised if you had a character in the comics that's as black as me,
Yeah.
and you put them in the movies and they're built like Chris Evans. I'm like, yo, are you serious? Are you serious? You're gonna put Cyborg as a white character? That's crazy.
Well, I mean, it's on the inside though. Like his consciousness is from.
See, the stupidest part about the Ghost in the Shell thing is
Oh my
everyone
God.
else is Japanese or Asian or whatever, right?
They always do that though. They're always like, well, we
It's
have a
just the
Japanese,
main character.
a very like marketable Japanese person in the movie. We have Ken Watanabe in the movie, so we're not racist. We have a
Everything's
Japanese
wrong.
guy as a bit character that's not from the manga. We made him up because we didn't read it. Like they always do shit like this.
Oh my
I remember
Hollywood is never gonna get my forgiveness for this type of whitewashing. It's nasty.
Well, when this movie was coming out, there was a thing where they were talking about the studio was considering using like some CGI to make Scarlett Johansson look more Asian.
Yeah.
That's literal.
Yeah.
Wait. You're lying. There's no way that's real.
No, it was like the studio. They were gonna, CG over it and like put some sort of a filter on it to make her.
Dog, that's literal racism.
Yeah.
What is this?
What the hell? Holy
Let me just find it,
shit!
make sure. But
I
yeah,
shouldn't
like,
be laughing. I shouldn't be laughing. But the fact that people have the audacity to act like this
Yeah.
in broad
Think of
view
that,
is
dude.
hilarious.
Literally,
Oh
like
my
it's so ridiculously like racist that's like laughable. Like
That's
what
crazy.
the fuck?
Yeah,
Like,
Ghost
if
in
you're
the
willing to
Shell.
invest that much money into the CGI and the effects,
Yeah.
you might as well just cast an Asian person. Like,
It
it's
cost
not
millions
that
of
hard.
dollars to do the most racist CGI effect we've ever put to
Oh
screen.
my
Wow.
God.
Yeah, Ghost in the Shell ran tests to make white actors look Asian.
Awesome.
That's crazy.
That's
sick.
awesome, dude.
That's
so
crazy.
cool. Awesome, dude. I
They'll
love
never have to hire people of
existence.
color again for a movie.
Yeah, right.
That's why they were making that technology.
Oh my
they
God,
were
that's
hoping,
how
they were
fucked
banking
up.
on this.
Black
Oh my
Panther's
CGI.
saved. Dude, they'll-
CGI,
So
or as I like to
fucked up,
call
yeah.
it, white supremacy.
Oh my
Yeah.
literally.
Where's
what
Chris
the
Pratt right
fuck?
now? We need a
We need a new Black Panther movie.
we need
Yeah.
a new Black Panther. Where's Chris
Bro, I
Pratt?
saw this image on Twitter where it was literally a whitewashed Black Panther. I promise you, I almost threw up. I almost threw up. That was the most
do-
disgusting thing I've ever seen.
I do love the pictures though, where it's like Ryan Reynolds, and it'll be like a movie poster and say like Martin Luther King under it. Like Ryan Reynolds.
I
Ryan
see that
Gosling
Ryan
as Malcolm
Gosling.
X.
I see like your Ryan Gosling, Obama. Yeah.
Yeah,
I thought
That's
you were
an
gonna
Oscar.
say that you I thought you were gonna say that you like all those little images of like Marvel characters, but being changed to Muslim. So they're like
I've
praying
not
to
seen
the
that.
prayer mat.
Wait,
Or like
what?
the Hulk, but he's like with the strongest thing about the Hulk is that he prays 5 times a day. And he's praying on his prayer mat. I was like,
That's Brother Hulk. You didn't
I
know?
fucking
Brother
love
Hulk.
that.
Yeah, that's from
I
the
saw
comics.
the most the other day.
That's from the comics. I think I'm gonna go on a limb, and I think the best anime live action adaptation is the Speed Racer movie. If you
That unlocked a serious memory.
yeah,
Oh wow, I haven't seen that movie in years.
that movie is crazy. If you ever get the chance, like watch it again. It's a bad movie. Like I'm not gonna go out of my way and say it's a good movie, but like it's crazy. What?
Okay, I remember these images. Yeah, these
Yeah.
images.
So I feel like there's more. There's like more like this. I swear there's like a couple other Avengers or something.
There's a Spider-Man one that I've seen for sure.
Spider-Man, that's the one. Yeah. I thought that
Once
was
everyone
awesome.
gets their hands on that
So funny.
technology, like anyone can.
People
be
of
any
color
race.
just become extinct.
Yeah. How movies killed every person of color movement.
How movies killed racism. They just took away the race.
Yeah.
Bro, how can it be racist? Have
Exactly.
you seen Alita Battle Angel? That's another one.
Ew, God.
I don't think I have, but I heard
That one's
it wasn't.
terrifying.
I heard it wasn't bad when it was just like all animated. When there was real people in it, I heard it was pretty bad.
Yeah, yeah.
It was like very inconsistent.
No, you're right. It's the scenes where it's just like all CGI and it's just the titular Alita Battle Angel, like those are okay. It's like I don't know, it's all right. It's very weird. It's a weird movie where it's like you even if you hadn't seen the anime and like didn't even know it was based on an anime, you could tell it was based on an anime. Just hearing like Oscar-winning actor Christoph Waltz talk about the Mars Technarchy and like all this anime shit like rollerball and they're playing sports as robots and shit. But like it looks pretty good. I love the main girl is just so sexy. I just want to kiss her. Her big
Her
CGI.
eyes, oh my God, her eyes are
CGI doll
terrifying.
face.
Disgusting face. Oh,
See,
God.
I don't think.
She's
Wait.
beautiful.
The main. Are you talking about the main character?
Yeah, the Battle Angel.
Oh, with
You
them
seen
big ass eyes.
Yeah, dude.
The CGIs, dude.
You know what? I have to see the movie to fully understand. But right now, I'm gonna say she's But when I watch the movie, I'll come back with my.
Ugh. Right? It's
Okay, I see
uncanny.
it. No, wait. I kind of see the vision.
no.
I see the vision.
Oh,
I see the vision.
no.
No, I see it. I see it. I see it. I
You know
see
what
it. I
The
can't
weird
lie. I
thing
see it.
about it is that like people that I remember when people were seeing the
What
trailer.
about now,
like,
Basie?
oh,
Even better, to be honest.
do you have all these GIFs saved on your computer?
I do.
Why do you
remember
have
this
these
was coming-
saved?
He's just
Hey, yo, wait. Hey.
It's best not to ask
big
questions like
fan,
that.
Big fan.
Yeah, big fan.
Got you.
I remember
say no more.
I remember when this was coming out, people were like, "Oh yeah, well like she has big eyes because it's anime," and I'm like, "No, because no one else in the fucking movie looks like that." What are you talking about? It was, I guess, like the justification was that she's a robot, right? That they found. So the pervert who made the robot in the movie made her look like that. It still is like confusing though. Like if you showed, I don't know, someone older than 50 this, they would freak out.
What is this abomination to society? It's like, this is my wife. I'll have
Yeah.
you know.
This is my girlfriend. There are people that are obsessed with this movie. I remember I was like, there was this Facebook thread of this group that was like buying Blu-rays of the movie and then placing it in their like workplace or on hiking trails. So and then they would like come back to the spot and be like, someone took the Alita Battle Angel Blu-ray that I left on the trail. Like the Alita army rises.
Oh my God, that's hilarious.
Brother.
What the
Oh
fuck?
God.
And it's because of this fucking CGI robot doll they have. This thing awakened things in people for sure.
See, it's like there's what they're doing is messed up, but I can understand the vision.
It is
I understand it. I
Yeah.
don't agree with it, but I understand.
It's sinful. Like it's against God, really. Like it should not be. Should not be on this planet. What there's a bunch of, so this is what I'm talking about where it's like there's stuff coming out too, because like I'm looking at just stuff that hasn't that's been announced. Like it looks like they're trying to do like a Steins Gate live action movie. They're trying to do a Ninja Scroll live action. They're trying to do
Oh wow.
well,
Jeez.
Probably
they're trying to do
Steins Gate.
they're probably trying to do Robotech. The guy who did Kong Skull Island is doing a Gundam movie.
Oh
hell
really?
yeah.
I just
Which,
don't
I mean, like-
understand what's the point of all of these live actions.
There's only
Yeah.
one that
Because,
they
like-
can do.
Exactly. Like everything that they're doing, right, is A, gonna be super expensive, and B, destroying the whole point of anime and manga. The whole point of people why they like the anime is because of the animation style and how they adapt the manga.
Exactly.
Movies will never be able to capture that type of feeling. In
I
my
would
opinion.
I do think
argue.
that it's like, sorry, I do
No,
think
go
that
ahead.
it's like, I think it's the same thing with Cowboy Bebop a little, where it's like we're not cashing in on enough of these 50-year-old men that are watching Netflix.
But I think
So the only way that we're gonna sell them this fucking anime is if we make it live action. Because to be honest, yeah, there's no way that my dad is gonna watch an anime. But
Yeah.
they made this cool space live action movie. Okay, yeah. I'm watching that. I'm watching that right now.
Yeah, but like I think that the other thing too is that like it's not gonna make any like your dad's not gonna be like, I really like that. I should check out the anime after that.
Yeah, yeah, that's true.
And it's
No,
the same.
but I guess they do still get his money though
I guess so.
for having watched it.
See,
Nah,
here's
dude,
the thing. Here's something that I noticed from a TikTok. When you watch a Marvel movie, right? You always say, "Wow, that's a great movie," and that's it. But when you watch a fire anime, you're like, "Wow, that was a great anime. Let me pick up the manga and see where it picks up right afterwards." It like anime and manga is like a symbiotic relationship.
Yeah, you
Whereas
took the you took the words right out of my mouth. I was gonna say like you see a comic book movie. I don't think anyone like especially the general audience is seeing a comic movie and being like, I gotta check out the new run of Iron Man.
That's
People,
very
only
true.
people that already read comics are just gonna be like, oh, I need to read this storyline now.
Yeah,
it's just accessibility issues when it comes to comic books. Like
it's true. That's the biggest problem, dude. Where do you
so
start?
Hard. Exactly.
And there's so much money.
I think it's because
same with manga, dude. Manga's so expensive.
But manga's
I heard manga was like pretty cheap when it comes like to buying volumes. I heard it's like $20 for like one full volume. And I think the reason why is because like manga is just in black and white. So it's significantly cheaper to print compared to like comic books full volume because that's all in color.
But there's like rights issues and like publishers. I think like manga artists have more freedom, or like mangakas, if you will, have more. They have
Shut
more
up, dude.
they have more freedom when it comes to publishers. So it's like some of that stuff. I feel like that lets it be cheaper, but like, yeah, I don't know. I love when manga does like deluxe editions though, where you can buy like I have so many of those Berserk hardcovers because they look so nice, and it's just like having it like accessible.
Man, I love
and, like,
Berserk so much.
Read it.
Oh yeah, there's like the colossal versions of the Attack on Titan. I think there's just 4 of them for the whole series.
Oh, is it those black and red ones?
Yeah, I think it's like something. It's like there's one for each Titan, or essentially something like that. I don't know.
Oh,
see, I wish they would do that. I wish they would do that for One Piece. Like, I wish they would do like a hardcover, like put like 5 volumes in one, or like 3 volumes in one.
I feel like we'd probably have to wait until Oda finishes first because, bro, it's already 1,000 chapters more.
Well, it's like because like that would at least be 30. You'd have 30 hardcover books on your fucking shelf in order to contain all of that.
Worth every single dollar, in my opinion.
Yeah, I that's when I was starting One Piece, I was like, maybe I should just read it because I feel like it'll go by faster. But now my plan is like, you know what? I'll just slowly go through the show because by the time I'm close to the end, it'll be closer to them finishing it. Because he's saying like maybe 5 years it'll be done.
Don't trust Oda. He said this multiple times. I'm telling you,
he said that 20 years ago.
I saw a thing where it's like, yeah, it might be 5 or 10 years. I'm like, bro, what am I doing? I don't want to catch up.
At the same time, man has been writing without a break for like almost 30 years now. Like,
I know, but like, dude, I think everyone should see the Berserk guy dying as a sign to like
get. George R. Martin saw that and was like, "Oh fuck, oh fuck,
yeah, I'm just not gonna touch Game of Thrones ever again."
Yeah,
it's like, you know what? It's over. Let me just say right now, it's done.
I'm not releasing it
because that sucks too. Because I don't think they're gonna continue off of Berserk because everyone was saying like, oh, his the artist's studio and his apprentices, they can emulate his style really well and like some of their other work, and they had all his notes for what was going to happen. But as of right now, it really does not seem like that's the plan. It seems like they're just ending it.
Been a while, yeah. But
honestly, I'm fine with either way they go because like if they end up saying like, yeah, we're just not going to continue, I'm like, okay, I respect that. But if they continue, but like Miura had like notes for everything that went on, and apparently the apprentices were the ones that were doing the majority of the artwork for like the last couple of chapters. So I'm like,
recently,
okay. I feel like maybe I'd be okay with it, but it just wouldn't feel the same. But I'd still be okay with it.
It's pretty fitting, to the themes of Berserk to just kind of end it there,
Just that last chapter actually hit so badly too.
Was it actually like a fitting ending though?
It's like
it was a beautiful ending.
It's kind of like bittersweet.
Or is it more? It's
really bittersweet because like
it's also
a tribute.
Go ahead.
Oh yeah, sorry, but Berserk is like in a state right now, like with its story, where it doesn't really matter. Like you kind of just like everyone's sort of in a good place, and like obviously there's so many loose ends. There's like so many loose ends, and there's so many things we don't even know. There's so many like mysteries, but it's like I don't know. It's kind of at a place where it's like you can just leave it. Like you can imply everything that might happen, and also it's like in the tail end of it too. And I would love to see it happen. I would love to see like new ideas, but I just feel like with the original guy gone, it would just there would be something missing from it.
Man, that last panel, the last page of the final chapter of Berserk hurts so bad when you realize that's the last we're ever going to get of Berserk, as far as we know, because it leaves you with so many questions, but at the same time, it's like, that is a beautiful way to end it. But at the same time, it's like, I just want more so badly.
Well, yeah, and it's like, that's what I'm saying. Like, this should be a fire under the asses of everyone who has these long-running works that are nowhere, like, they're saying, like, I don't know when it's going to be done. Like, maybe get it done. Get your shit done now. Don't fucking procrastinate. George R. R. Martin, you fat bearded fuck. Get your books out.
Honestly, I feel like manga, when it comes to, like, producing manga, I feel, especially for One Piece, switch to a monthly schedule. Rather, because I know for a fact Oda has been doing this for 20 plus years.
Is One Piece not monthly?
It's weekly.
Shit.
It's been weekly this entire time.
What the
Yeah.
fuck?
It's been weekly this entire time.
He's nuts, man.
He's on another level. Like,
it's true, but you can tell he loves what he does. But also, I find a lot of similarities in I think the way Oda does storytelling to Lord of the Rings. Actually, the whatever dumbass wrote Lord of the Rings.
Whatever
fucking idiot. Yeah, Tolkien.
Yeah. So I find that their writing styles are pretty similar. I hated Lord of the Rings, but also I couldn't read Lord of the Rings and look at pictures all the time. So
there you go.
That's true.
Yeah, that's
true.
like
I think One Piece is my experience, because like I usually don't watch these like really long running anime. The only one I've really watched was Dragon Ball, and I think what kind of puts One Piece above Dragon Ball for me is that there's a goal. Like Dragon Ball really just doesn't have goals. There's no mystery to it. Like there's no like, oh, we're gonna find out like the hierarchy of Frieza, or like, no, it like doesn't matter, because they'll just come up with someone who's fucking stronger than Frieza, and then they'll come up with someone who's stronger than that guy.
I haven't seen One Piece, so are they at least making progress in the 1,000 chapters?
Yeah, they're making.
It's actually
it's
actually like genuinely close.
The thing is,
like I'm caught up in the manga. Like I'm caught up manga wise. It's getting like around. I would probably say it's like a couple large arcs away from finishing. Like Wano right now is pretty large, but I think it's nearing the conclusion, and this is going to change everything. No, Wano isn't done. It's in Act 3, but like it's like around the final battle right now. So chances are after Wano, it's going to shift everything into the end game. That's what it looks like.
The question is it just going to end when they find the One Piece, or is there going to be like a whole thing after?
No, I actually have a theory.
You think the One Piece is, without spoiling, what's your theory?
Yeah.
So my theory is that the One Piece and the Void and the the Rio Poneglyph are one and the same. Where the One Piece is the one piece of history that is connecting everything, and then the final arc is going to be a whole World War arc against the world government.
You don't think it's a big cannon that gets rid of the red line and makes everything?
I heard that theory. I'm like, I just don't see that. I really like the idea that it's not an actual treasure, but it is a treasure. I
feel like if it was, it needs to be something big. If it's just a treasure, that's after 30 years. That sounds like a disappointment.
I do see.
Basico,
yeah.
Yeah, I think the One Piece was friendship.
No, dude,
the entire time.
I love.
He came out himself, and he's like, "No, this is actually going to be.
It's not friendship.
He legitimately came out.
No, but it will be.
It's not friendship.
No, it will be though. He said that to throw you off the trail.
Yeah,
it's going to be.
It is going
to be friendship. If Oda made me waste years of my life, I kid you not. When I caught up on One Piece, I was watching through the anime. 20 plus minutes non-stop for almost 1,000 episodes straight.
Oh my god!
I kid you not. I caught up in the span of like 2 to 3 months, which is insane. I did not sleep. I hope if I wasted my lifetime worth of sleep, because of friendship, I
Now I want
swear
it
to
to be
Jesus,
friendship
I'm dropping the
anymore.
season. I'd be pissed. One Piece is my favorite anime of all time. If it's just friendship, I'm dropping the series. I kid
That's
you
what I'm
not. I'd
saying.
be so
That's what I'm
pissed.
saying, dude. It needs to be something.
I hope they're like,
Yeah,
it was
friendship.
It's like it was friendship the whole time, and like, actually, no, I'm just kidding. It's an island with every treasure in the world. It has all the gold and has every ingredient you would ever want, and it also tells the whole history of the world. And it,
You can fuck the island, dude.
you could fly anywhere. Yeah, you could fly around the world, and it's
See, knowing Oda, I wouldn't be surprised if he did a troll where it's like, yeah, it's actually just friendship, and everyone's like, what? And he's like, no, I'm just joking.
That'd be fucking hilarious.
Yeah, I'd laugh, I'd be pissed first, and I'd be like, okay, he's just joking, and he's okay.
You know what? I actually think that does sound like something he'd do, like where they actually get to the island, and it seems like there's fucking nothing except for like a couple words that say like, oh, like the trip was the journey along the way was the real treasure.
The One Piece.
Yeah, like something like that. And it's like, even though it's actually like hidden somewhere, there's a hidden compartment or something. I think that'd be fucking.
I feel like that'd be actually a really cool idea as a final test for who makes it to the final island. Yeah. And it's just like a test to see their reaction.
They would freak out. Those psychos would freak out. They're all psychos. They would freak out. They would lose it.
Everyone would freak out. But Luffy even said himself, he was like, yeah, I really don't care about the prize itself. I just want to go on an adventure. And I think that is the key that's going to make him actually find the real One Piece. Like, okay, you're a real one. Okay, you're good. I'd be like, okay, that's actually kind of fire. That's a fire idea.
I do like that because he's actually willing to accept the journey along the way as the treasure. He's actually able to get the real treasure. I like that shit.
I'd be pissed.
That shit. Yeah.
I would not accept that. I would scream.
I accept that shit. Well, I mean, he still gets the treasure. He still gets.
He still gets the actual treasure, but it's like a final test.
Yeah,
my villain.
A little.
They should like have the One Piece be friendship, and then do another 1,000 chapters of like the villain origin story, just being like dissatisfied with the whole fucking journey, just becoming evil afterwards.
Another 1,000 chapters, man. I love One Piece, but I don't think I can last through another 1,000. I'm kind of war torn right now, man. It's like I'm straight out of Vietnam after this. I am tired.
They need to wrap that shit up.
Nah, man, it needs to be something big because like the basement reveal in Attack on Titan, man. Come on. Like that was insane.
That was huge.
You can't. We're not going to say what it is. That's a spoiler.
It was a guy. He was writing the manga the whole time.
It was George R.R. Martin. And he's like Game of Thrones.
Yeah,
bro. I kid you not. I caught up to
it needs to be something like that.
I caught up to Attack on Titan literally before season 4 came out, and when I saw the reveal of season like the basement, I was like, "You're." No way! This just went from one to like crazy level.
Are they still in the basement in the anime? Like, how caught up are the anime?
Oh yeah. Oh, we're way beyond that. Yeah,
we are in the end game right now.
Oh really? Oh hell yeah! Okay.
I honestly,
and it was probably the best plot twist. Well, I want to say plot twist, but reveal.
Yeah. I honestly do genuinely want to catch. I know we clown on Marchin a lot.
I talk about it too much,
but I do genuinely want to catch up on it because I watched it like season 1. I was right into it, and I watched season 2 every Friday that it was coming out, and then I don't know, season 3 I got busy like after the first episode and just like forgot it was coming out, and need to get back into it.
That's actually that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
Oh, I actually forgot when we were talking about comic book adaptations, right, into movies.
Yeah.
My hatred for the DCEU. Oh,
we didn't even talk about that.
Okay, listen.
Oh, you better not talk shit about the Suicide Squad. 2016's Suicide.
Which one?
2016's Jared Leto's Suicide Squad.
Oh, I'm shitting all over that.
Yeah, the good one.
The good one.
How dare you?
I am actually really glad they made a good Suicide Squad though.
Yeah, with
Jared Leto. Because there's potential for it.
With Jared
Leto.
But like, what was I saying? Oh yeah. Batman is what got me into comic books when I was in grade 6. I have been a ride or die DC fan for decades now. And so when I saw Marvel making movies, I'm like, all right, these are fire. But if DC made movies, their storylines and if they could adapt it properly, could be on par with the MCU or better. And I'm like, perfect.
As comics, I think DC is much better, dude, overall.
That's what I'm
much more
saying.
interesting.
Like when
Everything.
you're recommending someone to read comics, there's never like a Marvel.
There's like no Marvel
standalone
comic you
that you're
think
like-
of.
The
Right.
only Marvel comic I would even recommend, Spider-Man.
Yeah,
Because it's
exactly.
Spider-Man. Because it's Spider-Man.
Because it's Spider-Man, yeah.
But I mean, like
Everyone
even like you're
else,
seeing like a
DC.
graphic novel though, like there's never a Marvel thing. It's always just like you pick up like you're not gonna recommend fucking Planet Hulk to someone as their first comic. You're gonna be
Yeah,
like,
Oh,
exactly.
I love Planet Hulk so much. But we're getting
no, me
besides
too.
the
But
point.
it's like you're gonna want to
I
recommend
love
someone
Planet
like Dark Knight Returns or like The Long Halloween, right? Something like that.
Something cool.
Yeah, that is very true because they're like standalone comics. Like they work in the continuity, but at the same time, they're also like you don't need context to watch.
And DC
to
just
read
does
it.
a better, and like DC just does a better job at that. I found. But yeah, those movies, like I
Yeah.
don't know, they've been shitting the fucking bed. The
Oh man,
the last, I mean, like I don't know, the Suicide Squad is good, but it's also because it's like not married to anything. Like
Yeah.
On its own.
yeah,
story.
it's very standalone. Like
Which honestly, I'm sick of everything being fucking connected. I'm not just talking about comic book movies, just like every movie needs
No,
to be in a
same.
fucking universe now, dude.
oh,
Yeah.
don't even get me.
Hate
Oh,
it.
that's so annoying. I heard that they were doing like a monster verse when it came to like King Kong and Godzilla. I'm like,
Dooku.
dog.
No, the
We've
Monsterverse
talked
is
about
different
that
from
way
the
too
Dooku,
many
but we
times.
talk about the Dooku. The Dooku is
Love
the Dark
Dooku.
Universe cinematic universe with the Mummy and Frankenstein and the Invisible Man and shit.
Oh,
that,
brother.
that failed
Oh,
hard.
brother.
That like
Oh,
shit
God.
the bed harder than
Oh, I
anything.
remember that.
Yeah.
Oh!
That was when like the Mummy with Tom Cruise opened with a new logo that said Dark Universe, and there was never a movie after that had that logo. They wanted so badly to make it, and then Sony's doing their thing, the Spum, the Sony Pictures.
I think I have
universe of movies.
Spum right now, dude.
Yeah,
The spunk.
The guy have Spunk, dude.
they got
Oh,
Sony's got a
God.
lot of spunk.
Sony's pissing me off, man. Like they have properties that I want to see in the MCU. Primarily Kraven. I just want to see Kraven as a main villain for a
You're
Spider-Man
not
movie.
excited for Morbius, the living vampire?
It got delayed 7 times. That is a world record. I do not care about that. The only reason why I would care about Morbius is because I saw Michael Keaton's Vulture in there. That's it.
That's
And
how they're
we have
getting.
no idea what's going on with that movie, dude, because it's like they have they have what's his name, Michael Keaton in it. They have a poster of fucking Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, and then the Oscorp logo from Amazing Spider-Man.
What the fuck?
So what?
Great.
That's why I just ignore. I'm ignoring the Sony universe. I'm literally ignoring it. I don't care. Like I
That's
will
why I
not
get
watch anything. I'll just
That's why
watch
I get
reviews
so
and I'll be
pissed
like,
off
cool.
with the Spider-Man movies because I'm just like, and obviously like I'm anti copyright and IP, and I think everyone should make movies of whatever they want, but Sony is not telling good stories with that character, or like they're not doing good work. Like give it to the Overlord. Like if you want
That's
to
why
see something good.
I'm so happy Marvel got Spider-Man back, and now they actually have like majority of his property, like his villains and his characters and stuff. They have that back now, so I'm like, oh, they can actually tell like good storylines. Don't get me wrong, Tom Holland is actually my favorite Spider-Man, but he got hoed by Sony Pictures. I can't even lie, he got hoed.
No, they're
now
he's ran through. They got him ran through.
But what was I saying?
Let's I think we do have to get out of here. Let's just do final thoughts here. What I want to know if you had to pick one anime to be live action, you have to pick one. What do you think would just be what could possibly
Gurren Lagann.
In the future? No, I don't think Gurren.
But would it be live? Is it like
just do the ending fight? Okay, just big robots in space, the size of fucking universes, dude. Yes, please give me that.
Now, is it with the assumption that it's gonna be a good live action?
Something that would you think they could try? It might be good. For me, I honestly think they could try Berserk, especially the Golden Age.
Oh yeah.
Especially the stuff where it's more grounded in medieval times and not monsters and big swords.
I think they could do it really well, actually.
And I think you'd get the the Game of Thrones crowd back in, and you'd get
that's true.
It could be the next Game of Thrones, baby.
You'd get Matt's dad in again.
Yeah, exactly.
I think
Cash cow.
I think you could do Death Note, but don't make it a movie. Make it a TV show, very similar to like the Daredevil series, where it's like a big game of cat and mouse, similar to how it was between Daredevil and Fisk in season 1. Make it like that, but between Light and L. That right there, that would be crack cocaine in my system that I would need.
I agree. Death Note was one of the ones where it came out and I'm like, they need to try this again like right now, because I think they could do it. And I think it's like a good enough story and interesting enough that like it goes past, anime watchers. Like it's genuinely like a good drama story. But they just need to try it again, man, because you can't, like, you can put it in America. Like when they were like, yeah, it's gonna be in Chicago or whatever. I'm like, okay, like that's fine as long as it's, like 1-to-1 Americanization of the original story. But it's like they changed fucking everything. Like Light is a loser, and there's a hot girl character that is like a scene kid who loves him, and they his mom is dead, and like all this shit that just like did not help the movie at all and just made it
because I do feel like
so bad.
I do feel like making L a loser, just they really tried to like victimize L, when the whole point of him was he's just the nerdy hot student who literally just spends his entire life looking down on everyone.
Yeah, like you could definitely adapt like that as a real person. Like
literally,
you don't have to make him the loser just because it's like an anime kid with emo hair. You could like make it a kid who's like kind of popular and like super intelligent and like
like
his
me,
name,
like
his
Basie
name is
Farrell.
L. His name is L, dude.
No,
L's
the
L is the opposition.
L.
Light is the main character.
Yeah,
Basie.
That's an L, dude. That's an L, dude. That's an L for me. I'll hand him an L.
They should call him Dub. Am I right, guys?
Yeah, they should have named him W if they wanted to be cool.
That should have been the other detective.
Brother, this guy stinks.
He comes in after L. The L arc. What were you showing me the other day that was like best arcs of anime? The L arc. And it's like, isn't that like
it's just
the whole
the show? Yeah.
It's like
half. It's like a solid half of the show, because
it's like more than half
that you need to watch.
Because after the L arc, quote unquote, there's only what, like 5 episodes, 10 episodes?
Roughly, yeah, I think so. But honestly, they should have left the series off. Like the series finale should have just been Light versus L. That should have been it. In my opinion.
I think I like that there's not that much of it after. It's more just like the aftermath. Like that's more the conclusion, and the rest is just sort of like falling action, and then.
But it wasn't really
the climax.
It was also not really anything. Like I don't remember anything that happens after.
I actually really like not like all the post L stuff, but the ending I think is good. I think it's satisfying.
The ending, like the last episode itself, sure.
Yeah.
But like
most you guys all know the ending, right? I think everyone's seen it.
I think I remember him dying. That's
Light dies. And honestly, that's a fitting end for his character.
And 100%.
And I guess I can't really tell if I like it or not, but I guess the fact that his Shinigami writes down his name, you can't tell like what. So was L actually fated to die here, or did the Shinigami just decide, you know what, fuck him? No, what?
No. Ryuk and Light, when they first met, Ryuk actually told Light, he's like, yeah, someday I will write down your name in my Death Note, and you will die because of me.
So he's supposed to do it when L's supposed to actually die.
So like I think Ryuk knows when Light is gonna die.
I see.
But I don't know the specifics. Like he knows when Light is gonna die, but he's not gonna tell him anything because he's not gonna prevent the future.
Of course. Like he really is just a third, or really is like the ultimate third party, just there to watch the shit show go down.
Yeah, he's like the most true neutral he's just not doing it. He's just chilling.
I mean,
so
besides
I guess I really people. Like that's the thing. Like I guess that makes a lot more sense for me. That the.
I also think Willem Dafoe is a good Ryuk.
I was gonna say Ryuk in that movie looked really good. Actually,
that was like perfect casting.
Literally, it was.
Because
so
you don't even need to. That was just they didn't do any makeup or CGI, by the way. That was just
Willem Dafoe showed up on set.
Bro, I saw people live casting Willem Dafoe to play the Joker, and I was like, I can see that so well. That is crazy.
He came out recently. He was like, I want to play the Joker's a fake Joker, like a Joker imposter.
I just feel like we have enough
for it.
Joker like content. Like I just want to see another villain.
I-
Like that's why I'm so
Batman
happy.
Is mostly Joker content.
Actually,
That's why I'm
sound
so happy. Like
interesting
the
to me.
Riddler is the main character for the new Batman movie.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so hyped for that movie. to
We
come
do
out.
need more
Like,
Riddler content. Where's the Riddler
true.
movie with Jim Carrey? Jim Carrey solo Riddler.
Jim Carrey solo Riddler. Yeah,
Bring it back.
sounds like a porn video.
Solo
Solo
Riddler.
Riddler. I'm the solo Riddler, dude.
My favorite category. Yeah, I like when there's little puzzles you can do during.
have
the
you guys
teaser-
seen the
teaser
like the
parade.
riddles that have been posted on like the actual Batman movie posters?
Oh no, is there like an ARG kind of thing?
They
Like-
like if you show blacklight on the actual posters of the Batman movie posters,
Physical
it'll
posters.
show like specific text saying it's like you play a part in this too, kind of thing. And I'm
That's
like,
kinda cool.
that's so
kinda cool.
sick.
That reminds me of like old movies like from the
Right? That's
early
that's a bit of a
2000s used to do
throwback. I
that,
like
yeah.
it.
There was a
Gives some
I remember-
soul.
love that shit. All right, I think we need to get out of here. Nahom, it was awesome.
Yeah, that was great.
Yeah, thanks for
Yo,
coming
thanks
on.
for having me on.
Yeah, no, it was a fucking treat, man. Where can people find you? Everywhere.
So I'm on Instagram at Most Wanted Podcast and Twitter at Most Wanted Pod. The podcast is literally on almost every single platform that you can think of. So like Spotify, Apple. I'm on YouTube. If you search up the Most Wanted Podcast, you should see me there. It's under the Brawler Hive YouTube channel, so you could check that out. What other places am I on? Anchor literally just distributes it to random places, so I don't remember. I think the biggest one besides like Apple and Spotify would be like Google Podcast. So
yeah,
just any place where you listen to a podcast, I'm there. So just follow me on those social. You'll see everything that I post.
yeah, no, absolutely check those
Check
out.
them out.
I'm gonna link most of those. I'll probably link the big ones in the description for this, and probably throughout the week we'll get you out there. We'll shut you out. we got
Appreciate it.
Yeah, we got a big pull for this audience.
Huge, dude. We have
yeah,
hundreds of followers, dude.
dude, 400,000 truckers listen to our podcast.
Why?
Oh, God.
Like,
Oh God.
why would you start that? We were having a good time.
Oh.
Basie, where
boy.
can they find us?
You caught me off guard there. You haven't asked me that before.
Wow, yeah.
Not like I ask you that every episode. Do you mind if I tell them they can find us? Thinking?
Yeah, kinda, but I guess you're gonna do it anyways.
That's kind of Basie's thing, but okay.
Yeah,
you can
Yeah,
take
but
that.
go off.
I mean,
you
it's not a
had
very
one job, man.
it's not a very hard bit. You just kind of come up with a funny website or something, or like a funny place that they would find us.
Why do I have to be funny? Is that
Is
I'm
that
sorry.
why I'm here?
Why couldn't he actually just tell them where to
Well,
find?
are you on the right page of the script?
shit? What page are we on, guys? Guys, cut
It
this out.
says
Cut this
beside
out.
your line in brackets funny.
Funny.
Uh,
Yeah, when I was casted, Noah was like, "You actually have to be funny for this." I was like, "I can be funny. I can be funny."
Funny?
We're looking
I
for
can
a
make
funny
jokes.
character.
I have humor.
Yeah,
Give me a
I'm,
chance.
Basie's actually all CG. He's like Jar Jar Binks.
I'm like
Oh, God.
Alita Battle Angel. I have big
You are like
eyes.
Alita Battle Angel.
I'm very
You're gonna awaken
flexible.
things
But
in
you're like the
people.
queen? Oh, that's crazy.
Damn.
Yeah, you do CG.
Yeah, Basie hasn't been. Basie hasn't
Yeah,
been
exactly.
3 years in person.
He's Joe Biden, dude. Walking through the airplane. You can actually find us on iTunes and Spotify, and obviously anywhere that Anchor would put us, and also where the podcast is. We're also on YouTube, Post Unavailable, and Instagram, Post Unavailable Pod. Yeah, no, thanks for coming on, Nahom. Excellent.
Appreciate it. We had a good time.
No
love
worries.
the-
Thank you guys for inviting me back.
Absolutely. And yeah, we'll see you guys all next week. Martin, what are we talking about next week?
Oh, Jesus, you caught me off guard. We're actually gonna be talking about live action hentai adaptations next week.
Yeah.
Oh,
God,
dude, so
Overwatch.
tune in.
And you do
Oh,
not
no.
want to see the guest. You do not want to see the guests we're having on for that. This is the part of the episode where I
Where
find the,
Noah has to.
We have to.
kinda-
Yeah, we have to
find the
see
code.
here.
This stays in though, so you can like
it only stays in if it's really funny. And
It's a little secret.
this.
Yeah, it's gotta be
Really good.
really funny.
Damn, a secret ending? Oh my goodness, I can't wait.
This is
It'll go
cut
out- yeah.
content.
It'll go
He's a
after
lot
the
kicking
theme
us.
song.